So, it's freezing out here. It's about 50 degrees. I'm outside chilling in my backyard, and I'm about to head in the house now because, oh man, how y'all doing today? It's a very cold day. It ain't used to the way it used to be, so right back in there. Oh man. But yeah. This is I guess what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start this video off by saying that as far as this New York model car coming up, it's gonna be crazy. This happened November the 5th, and decided to go live now because I'm about to head out, and I know I ain't been going live in like for a minute, so yeah. Oh man, trust me. Nah, but the one thing that I do want to speak about today is breaking out of your habits. You know, people and their disbelief, that doesn't make his word have no effect. You know, just because you got doubters and you got haters, that doesn't mean that God is not going to bless you. You know, isn't it funny how one moment of weakness or foolishness or passion can mess up a glowing career and be applauded on the rest of your life? And people will define you by one mistake and forget everything positive that you've done. You know, the reason you watch this video right now is because you got an ultimate degree. He still loves you. I know you got a good name. I know you got a good reputation and people are impressed with you, but they don't know your real story. You know, not your real practice. They don't know what makes you raise your hands or clap your hands, and what makes you lift your voice or shake your head. It's not that he just loves you. He so loves you. People who said they love me, they left. People who supposed to love me didn't come through for me. You know, and I believe that God, he'll make you fruitful in every season. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I told him this thing. I said, this thing I'm doing in Virginia right now, nobody does this at almost 60 years old. You know what I'm saying? You do this at like 30 or 40 years old. You know, you don't get almost 60. God will bless you until you break rules. Don't let anybody talk you into being too old. You too old. You too young. The devil is a lie. You too young. I had it both ways. I was too young when they said, when I was younger, they would say, oh, you too young to model. You know, you a baby model, whatever the case may be. And now I'm the age I am now, I'm 23. They consider this too old. I'm like, nah. You know, I'm not too anything. I'm just right. You know, I take vitamins, I do exercises, and I do jumping jacks, whatever the case. What I came to tell you is stop acting like old ladies and old men if you don't have to. You know, keep on moving. A body in motion stays in motion. Don't let anybody lay you at a gate and tell you you're finished if you're not finished. You know, lame people will always like to run with lame people, because if lame people run around with lame people, they don't have to be challenged. So lame people don't feel comfortable around whole people. You know, they want to be around people who are lame too. And now I see why a lame man lays around a lame temple. It's because I'm confident enough to the fact that my friends don't have it either. You don't like your husband? You don't like your husband either? Okay. So let's go out to lunch and talk about how nasty our husbands are. Have you ever noticed how unhappily married people don't hang around happily married people? If a woman is unhappy with her husband, she will not rest until she finds another woman that doesn't like hers either. And they'll get together and talk about, girl, you know what I'm saying? Because dysfunction loves community. In other words, misery loves company, right? Miserable people like to hang around miserable people because happy people get on their nerves. You know, or what you smiling about? Every time she come into work, she happy. You know, every time he come into work, he grinning on his face. That gets on my nerves. You know, when happy gets on your nerves, it's because you're not whole. You feel me? I got all of this stuff right here coming in and coming through. But my fault. I didn't mean to catch your train. But, you know, the blessing that I have right now, if my blessing irritates you, it's because you're not walking into yours. Because people who walk into their blessings are not jealous of people who walk inside their blessing. You know, the only people who get jealous are only people who are jealous because they can't walk. You know, if you show me who your friends are, I can tell you who you are. Whatever you feel comfortable being laid beside, you are kin to it in some way, or you wouldn't enjoy being laid daily at the gate. You know, if you're basically what God came here, he want me to tell you guys today, is that your life doesn't have to be a routine. It doesn't have to be normal. You know, it doesn't have to be ritualistic, that you're living a life that you expect. I say, if you want more, you can have more. If you believe more, then you can get more. But when you make it a routine out of being miserable and complaining, some of y'all are so used to being dysfunctional and angry and frustrated that when you say something nice, you almost scare the kids. You know, they say, "Oh, mommy, happy today. What's wrong?" You know, is happy unusual to you? I'm getting ready to break my routine. If I get up at 8, I get up at 7. If I always go this way, I'm gonna go that way. You know, I'm getting ready to break my routine, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this right here. Your faith won't have anything to do until you break your routine. Yeah. It's crazy. And that's chapter 5. So, oh man, like I said, with me being the casting director for New York Fashion Week, got a model call November the 5th. If y'all haven't put y'all comp cards in, y'all hurry up and do that and get y'all a spot, because it's crazy. It's like something that I always wanted to do. I started this company with Jessica Spencer to make sure that we can be able to help people and help them in their lives, make their dreams come true, things they couldn't do on their own. We can help them work that thing and get to where they want to be at. And if they got an opportunity to get there, if I can help them, let's do it. I sat back and I said, look, if I can do all this stuff and I can have all these blessings, why not bring other people? And now, you know, here I am. I can finally do that, and I will make it happen. So that's why I'm here. You know, did the premiere feature role on Fox TV for the movie, for their series Legends and Lies season 3. Having an opportunity to be the state of Virginia casting director for New York, that's crazy. You know, so I'm really happy that I made this decision with her to start this company. And like I said, y'all can watch this video over again, though, see where I started from. Some of y'all came in the wrong time, but it is what it is, though, you know. Yeah. But yeah, one thing I will do and will say is, a lot of people, they will say you can't do this. They will say you can't do that. They will say that, like I said, you too young, you too old. They will say all this. They will say all of that. What I say is thank God for they, because God will always give you a they. You know, anybody can dream whatever they want to do, but you will never see it until you're willing to be committed to it. Until you start doing more, you will start seeing more. If you sit there and wait for something to happen, wherever you at, it's going to get worse and worse. And somebody's always going to be catching up with you every single day. You know, so you got to keep on keeping on. That's how I say it. So, I'm almost hitting 10 minutes right now. So, I'm going to leave y'all with this right here. It's real quick. Do what God called you to do, and let people name whatever they want to name it. You know, I'm going to do it now, and you can name it later. That's what God told Isaiah at the when he was inside of the Bible. He was going to take, I forgot the guy's name, but he was going to take him to the top of the mountain, and he said, I will take you to the top of the mountain, and I'm going to do a thing inside of Israel. I'm going to do a thing in Israel is what he said. A thing. Nobody knew what it was until it was over. I'm going to do a thing in Israel. And we came to find out that that thing that he did in Israel was where he sacrificed his life for us on that cross. So that's what I say for us now. I'm going to do it now, and you can name it later. Do what God called you to do, and let people name it whatever they want to name it. It's crazy, baby. Yeah. See y'all later, man.